You're training Ryan Garcia. When we talked to Oscar DeLo earlier, we talked with Henry. I'm going to ask you this the first time I've seen you. Why?
Why?
Why are you training Ryan? You don't have to. You don't want to. You don't need to do any of this, Joe, because you're very selective. I've known you all these years. But why Ryan?
Well, you see, Ryan and I have a little past. When he was 17, he came to my gym. And they were, they knew they were going to be turning pro eventually. And so we had about a 6-month training deal together. Okay. Right before he turned 18, but I knew he was very special then. Okay. In fact, I did something I almost never do with what you might say just an amateur at that point, although he had won 16 national amateur titles, which is something to speak of. But he was very special. You could tell when he sparred with our pros in the gym, he looked so good. And he was actually, devastating a few people in my gym. So I knew he had something special. He looked great. He moved great. He was fast. He was powerful, even for a 17-year-old. I tried to get a deal. I was so hyped up on him, Beto, that I really tried to get some investors involved, and so on and so forth. So it wasn't like that it was just a passing thing. I actually tried to put a deal together, and they ended up with Oscar, which is fine. I mean, he made a great decision being with one of the greats of all time, Oscar De La Hoya. And
so you were looking at it as a business side also, huh?
Pardon?
You were looking at business also.
Oh, yeah. No, I wanted to sign him.
Wow.
So, and that was unusual because to take on a 4-rounder at that point would have been something that I wasn't really into. That being said, it's kind of come full circle. Ryan's been through, the pro ranks now. He's got 21 fights. He's been through a lot, and the universe conspired to put us together again. And I'm really happy it did. Now, when I did get the call, because you asked me that, I would normally not take this type of project on. But when I got the call, I didn't hesitate because it was Ryan, okay? And I'm kind of out of the moving out of my own gym, my own home mode. I don't really do that anymore. If you want me to train you, you come to my gym. And so, but this was one instance where I said, I'll make the move. And within 2 days, I was packed up and here in San Diego with Ryan because I have an affinity towards Ryan. We always got along. I'd drop him off, he and his brother Sean, at his sister's house after the gym back in 6 years ago. We got along well even then. There was something about him that appealed to me personality-wise, obviously fight-wise. So it's a natural for me. It's something that I was excited to pack up and leave, and that's not like me. And I'm gonna. I know it isn't. And I got to tell you, I've been here for probably 6 weeks now, a month and a half, and it seems like 6 days.
Really?
That's how much fun we're having. Ryan is a beast in the gym. He is so dedicated. He's in the top 5 of all time great fighters I've ever worked with.
Come on, Joe.
I swear to you.
You've worked with some greats.
I have. He's unbelievable. He's in beast mode right now too. Sometimes we run twice a day. He'll do his strength training with SIP. We'll do the running twice a day. He'll do his gym workouts. He'll do 3-4 a days. He's really attacking this like he's obsessed and possessed.
Wow.
And I'm duly impressed, that's for sure.
You mentioned you knew him as an amateur, but now that he comes to you as a pro, what did you work with? What do you do at this level with him?
Well, that's a great question because, you don't want to, at least I don't want to, just jump in and go, do this, do that, do this. That would be counterproductive. I wanted to study Ryan first. I wanted to see what his proclivities were, what he liked to do, what he. You don't want to impose your will on somebody that's already developed into a really good fighter. Okay. So I'm looking to do add-ons with him. At a certain level, the higher you go, the better the fighters get, the more tools you need in your toolbox. And so I'm looking to add on to Ryan's, mentally, as well as physically and technically, add on things that he's going to be facing when he meets the top of the top guys.
Gotcha.
And I know what those are. If you've been there enough times, you know what the other guys are going to possess. And you're going to need certain things to meet that, and respond to what you're going to be facing. And so sometimes it's a lot of conversation about what is coming, what we'll probably need to be looking at. Again, you don't want to try to force things down a fighter's throat when you've got limited time as it is. Next camp, I think there will be a lot more things that we'll be working on, because probably the opposition factor is going to be going up fight by fight.
Yeah, and I hear excitement out of your voice, Joe. Like you've been rebirthed a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm jacked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gone back to LA. I've been here. I've been locked up in a good way. I have to tell you, Coronado Island is a good spot to be if you're going to
do a camp.
If you're going to be in training camp, this is a hell of a place. But again, we isolate ourselves. We get out every so often to go do a dinner. Yeah. But in the meantime, Ryan's got a great cook, Gio. He's a tremendous guy and a great cook. He's got a lot of good people around him. His father, his mother. You got to remember, they did a full lifetime of amateur fights with him. 225 amateur fights, 16 national amateur championships. So, they're heavily involved, and they're a great influence. And I love the environment. I love the people I'm working with right now. We're all getting along well. It's clicking. It's really clicking. And if it wasn't, I probably wouldn't.
You would have packed up quick.
You would probably feel it.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. You see him in the ring with Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar told a story that when he fought Ruelas, he looked across the ring and saw you and said, "Man, I need that guy in my corner." Like,
one more time.
That's what Oscar said. When he fought Ruelas, he looked across and saw you in the corner, and was like, "I need that man in that corner."
Right.
That's the reason he went to you, and he said he loves the union between you and Ryan Garcia.
Oh, listen, Oscar. Let me just tell you something. He derailed a lot of careers in his time. He's one of the greatest that ever laced them up. I got so much respect for him, and I got to tell you, I appreciate every good thing he said about me, because it's coming from a very high authority, and I respect that. And I'm happy we are together, and I appreciate everything Oscar's done in interceding for me here.
Yep. And last thing here, Joe.
Yeah.
The legendary denim jacket, we saw it hanging on the rope. People were taking pictures of the jacket. Now, Ryan said that you're not going to wear the team outfit, that he's going to make you a special denim jacket for fight night. Is that true?
Well, I've heard tell of something like that. The man who makes his great outfits, Javier Zinzun, JR as they call him, is a really talented guy. And he's gone over a few things with me on it. I'm kind of excited to see the final product.
That's what it is. That's what we want to see. April 9th in San Antonio. Joe Goossen will be in the corner of Ryan Garcia. Joe, thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you,
man.
Beto. I appreciate it.
Shake hands again.
Can you hold on to those cards?
Yeah. I'm going to throw these cards away. Ryan Garcia, main event Saturday night on DAZN, April 9th in San Antonio, Texas.